Hey, topic of the day, Chef Daddy 9000. Today I'm going to talk about good neighbors. Um, my wife and I have been blessed in almost every place we've lived together to have some of these folks. Now, sometimes they've been really minor, like one of our first places together, our next door neighbor. She was just a really great lady, and her friends were cool ladies, and anytime we interacted with them, it was really nice. And some of the other people in the building were just really nice people to interact with. You know, for an apartment, it was great to not have some weirdo or a group of weirdos around us. Just a lot of decent people just living their lives in good ways. And that's the minor end of good neighbors. And then, like, when we were in Colorado, a couple people in our apartment building were so awesome, especially after we had our first son. The lady downstairs babysat one time so that we could go out to see my favorite band, the Disco Biscuits, at Red Rocks. Our next door neighbor, he was cool with our dog, and at one point he did a live DJ set stream, and with our son playing on the floor and just being goofy and having a good time. That kind of thing. And then here, this house in Jacksonville, we have had some incredible neighbors, but I could go on and talk about other neighbors we've had in other places that were so awesome. I mean, when we were in Pittsburgh, we had this Hispanic family that didn't speak hardly English next to us, and we shared meals. When we moved out, the lady gave us $50 for gas when we were moving. Barely could speak to my wife to talk to her, to give her the money and to wish us luck, and she still did, but this house, oh my gosh, we had a prowler one night that I had to chase out of our backyard, and he didn't want to leave, and he wanted to sit in the street and argue with me. So while I called the cops and dealt with it, the across the street neighbor came out because his girlfriend told him to, and helped me with the situation. His girlfriend was literally like, that man has kids and he's out there handling that. You get out there and help him. And he did. He followed me down the street. He taped stuff just in case we needed to give it to the police, different things. And it was really helpful. And then our neighbor John and his wife and their kid across the street, man, they have been super neighbors. We need, one day we needed a vacuum because ours had broken, and I texted him and he's like, yeah, come on over and grab it. And he offered me the lawnmower last week when my electric mower batteries died and I had a little bit of the yard left. He had just stepped out when that happened, so I ended up running next door to my other neighbor, Alan, and was just like, yo, dude, the lawnmower died and I got a third of the front lawn left. Can I finish this with yours? And he's like, rolls it over and it's like, go for it, man, it's full of gas. And then Alan invites us to every party that he has, and he's always telling his friends, they got kids, y'all need to keep it down, and he's looked at me and been like, some of my friends are very hood, and I know that y'all are intelligent, nice people with sweet kids, and I make sure they know that, and that they don't overstep the boundaries, that we live in a nice neighborhood, and I want to keep it that way. And I'm just like, thank you, man. Most people wouldn't even think about that stuff, let alone talk to their friends or take action. So great neighbors, and we do the same. Any neighbor that comes to us with a need that we can help with, we definitely do. I wish I could have helped. We had a lot going on last night. John and his wife are moving into their own house. They closed this week. Good for them. Congratulations, and celebrating that. I celebrate anytime I see good people really making progress in life and getting the things they want and deserve. But yeah, he was moving stuff out with his car and a trailer yesterday, and if there hadn't been 100 things practically going on in my house, I definitely wanted to help him more. When he comes back today after work to move the rest of their stuff, I'm definitely going to help him. So be a good neighbor. Be a good neighbor yourself. And, it's that idea that everything you put out there comes back to you. So the more you're a good neighbor, the more you'll end up with good neighbors. And good neighbors, man, they come in handy when you least expect it. They start out as strangers, and the more you get to know them, the more important they are in your everyday life at times. I mean, Alan on his birthday was barbecuing for his party, and he looked at me and he's like, do you have an onion? No, but I'm going to the store. I'll pick you up one. And it's like, I made the dude's day with an onion. Heck yeah, an onion. You know, gave him a birthday hug and an onion, and everything was awesome. You know, so good neighbors. Be a good neighbor, and connect with your neighbors and help each other out, and make your street, your neighborhood, a community in and of itself, even if it's not organized. So gratitude to the universe, God, however you put that, for good neighbors, for good people that you live near, for the interactions you have, and the way you help each other out and spread kindness. So thank you for listening today. Chef Daddy 9000 out.